we know now that he will have almost unfettered power. And so I worry not about myself, actually. I don't worry about my station in life. I worry about the working class. I worry about my mother, a retired teacher. I worry about our elderly and their Social Security and their Medicare. I worry about my children's future, especially my daughter, who now has less rights than I have. And I remember my father telling me many, many years ago that I was the first person in his family to enjoy full civil rights. And now I have less civil rights than I had when he told me that. I'm surprised at the result, but I'm not surprised. As a woman of color, I was so hopeful that a mixed race woman married to a Jewish guy could be elected president of this country. And I think that it had nothing to do with policy. I think this was a referendum of cultural resentment in this country. Black women tried to save this country again last night. 92% of black women voted for the vice president. You have Latinas in the 70 percentile voting for the vice president. What we did not have is white women who voted about 52%, right, for Donald Trump. Uneducated white women, is my understanding.
Time for Lefties Losing It. And can you believe the Democrats' squad of A-list celebrities wasn't enough to get Kamala over the line? How did the American public resist the call from these learned souls who are so in touch with the average American and whose moral compass is pure and true and who are never prone to crazy delusions?
It can't be. It cannot be. If he wins the election, you won't be on the show anymore. He'll come looking for me. There'll be things that happen that none of us can imagine. That's what happens in that kind of a dictatorship, which is what he says. Let's believe him. Take him at his word.
Even Bill Maher's lefty audience couldn't help but laugh at Robert De Niro there. And I guess Bill Maher's going to lose his show now, isn't he? That's what they were talking about. And in recent days, we even had the ladies of The View not just backing Kamala, but they were picking her Attorney General for her. And of course, they pick the irredeemably awful rhino warhawk, Liz Cheney.
Are you also a lawyer?
Yeah, I am.
So you could conceivably be a great AG if this was. Because, and I say this because your moral core is magnificent.
Wow. Oh, isn't that adorable? Whoopi Goldberg lecturing us about morals. I've heard it all now, but Kamala had the unique ability to make even once cool celebrities lose all credibility. She made the boss, Bruce Springsteen, sound like this.
Well, I'm just about starving tonight. I'm dying for some action.
She turned Cardi B into the world's lamest, saddest joke.
1 second, guys, 1 second. I need patience over here. Patience, where are you, girl? I need patience over here.
Yikes, I can't believe that didn't convince the masses. And Kamala somehow even managed to turn the once hilariously funny Will Ferrell into this cringy mess.
I'm just one person? No. Shut the up, Gary. Last time, only a few thousand votes kept Trump out of office. And this time, we will hold you personally responsible, Gary. Don't forget to vote, Gary.
And when the celebrity endorsements weren't working, she had her media propagandists use these shameful tactics.
We've laid out the stakes in this crucial election, where one side stands for freedom while the other meets the textbook definition of fascism, namely a far-right dictatorial regime like Hitler's Germany or Franco's Spain or Mussolini's Italy.
Just crazy stuff. That was MSNBC anchor Joy Reid, and her colleague and fellow Russian conspiracy hoax peddler Rachel Maddow was even issuing threats to Elon Musk's business empire.
The Defense Department and NASA are going to need a new arrangement for all their rockets and for all the multi-billion-dollar contracts Elon Musk's companies have with the U.S. government. The U.S. government is going to have to either, unwind from all of those contracts, or Elon Musk's companies are going to have to unwind from him. This is an untenable reality in national security terms, now that we know what we know about Elon Musk.
That sounds a little fascisty to me. Today, Joy Reid was still delusional and claiming that Kamala had run the perfect campaign.
And so what you've seen in the last couple of weeks, if this is an audition for managing a complex organization like the United States, Kamala Harris has passed the audition flawlessly. This has been, in many ways, a perfect campaign, a brief, and she had barely any time to put it together.
But eventually, reality sank in, and Joy Reid was back to doing what she does best, race baiting and making wild claims, this time about Israel wanting to ethnically cleanse Gaza.
Nobody wants Donald Trump to be president more than Bibi Netanyahu, who is backed by a far-right coalition that would like to clear-cut Gaza, that would truly like to complete a complete ethnic cleansing of Gaza.
Meanwhile, Rachel Maddow was lashing out at the American public, chiding them for not realizing just how good the economy is.
The United States economy is the envy of the world. Yeah. The inflation numbers, the economic growth numbers, the fiscal numbers, the U.S. standing in the world numbers are all off the charts positive. Even the freaking stock market, right? All off the charts positive.
There you have it. You're just imagining all that economic hardship. The share market is up. It's all good. Rachel said so. Now let's hear from a Kamala fan who saw a man in a MAGA hat and launched into this diatribe. Should be feeling it today.
He's gonna lose.
Vote Trump.
He's gonna lose.
Good.
He's empowering you racist, all right? But you ain't a black gonna be in the office, and his white is gonna be out. We're taking the trash out, loser. All right, we're in power now.
Have a nice day.
You have a wonderful day on the 5th, okay? You're gonna lose.
Okay.
And your leader,
okay.
Cult leader.
Bye-bye.
You dumb.
And this next Kamala fan also has learnt an important lesson today. Don't get overconfident when you sit in a leftist echo chamber, because when reality hits, it's going to hurt.
We're gonna win. We're gonna win. I mean, not to be, cocky, but I'm optimistic.